So sitting right here, feeling the ground underneath you, finding a tall spine, start to reach the crown of the head up while still sinking down. Let the shoulders roll up and back. Take a deep breath if you haven't yet. Slow inhale, slow exhale. And let's put your right hand on your heart, left hand on the belly. And just feel the belly, the heart, the body. Take another deep breath and just feel that filling up, pressing back into your torso. And exhaling. Let's bring the palms together at the heart now. Thumbs press into the chest, a little tuck into the chin. And again, take a nice deep breath. Inhale all the way through all parts. And exhale. From here, let's just shift into child's pose. So go ahead and bring yourself back on your mat. Release the forehead down, hands forward or back or behind you, under the head perhaps. And start to sink down into the ground. Take 5 breaths right here and notice again how you feel. Option here to rock a little bit side to side with the hips perhaps, or with the head. Your next, excuse me, inhale, come on up to all fours, hands right under shoulders, knees under hips. Spread wide through palms. With your in-breath, start to look up, tail draws up for cat-cow, let the belly drop. Exhale, round under, cat stretch. You have to start here. Inhale and open front body, lifting heart, lifting tail, belly drops, open. Exhale, round under, stretch back. So closing the front body, curling in, arching into the back, maybe moving it around. Inhale. One more time, open the front body. Exhale and round under, stretch. And come on to a neutral spine, tabletop. Walk the hands a little bit forward. Come on into down dog, curl toes under. Press heels back and down, hips up. Any little movements you like here. If you want to pedal feet or move forward and back, or maybe sway the hips side to side. Just take a few breaths here again and also notice how you feel today in this shape. Maybe let the head hang. On your exhale, set the knees down and let's set the right foot forward for lunge. So just a little soft lunge, back knee down, hands can come to the thigh or take them up and overhead if you're ready. Lately, I've been having my arms get way out wide. It feels really nice. If you prefer, your hands can be facing each other or totally together. And again, breathing. As always, inhale through nose, exhale through nose. Exhale, hands come down, just switch sides. Back to all four, step your left foot up. And any variations here with the arms, 5 breaths. Just part of the warm up. Exhale, hands down. Come on back to down dog. 3 more breaths. Find a nice long neck wherever you are. Keep pressing into the palms, press down and back to lift the hips. Just stretching the back a little more. Inhale, lift heels when you're ready. We'll travel forward, top of the mat, step the feet through or hop if you like. Bring big toes together, hands to shins or floor, reach heart. Exhale, fold, let the head go. Inhale, reach all the way up, press through feet. Press down to reach up. Exhale, hands to sides, and just pause. One good breath here. Feel the spine, feel the feet, feel the whole body. So just notice maybe where you're achy or a little off, or, you know, the parts and then the whole. So little parts that are feeling kind of off or different. And the parts that feel normal are not your squeaky wheels. They're just kind of like, they just work. And then the whole body all together as one. When you're ready, inhale, reach up again. Exhale, forward fold. Hands to shins or floor. Inhale, lengthen halfway. We'll do 2 sun salutations. Hands come down. Step back into plank. Your choice if you want to come to knees or if you'd like to float. Come halfway down or all the way to the belly. Inhale, lift heart, up dog or cobra. Exhale, press back to down dog. You can always take child's pose or all fours instead. Of course, take 3 good breaths. Again, notice what you feel. A little fun thing maybe to try. Can't really see it, so you're just going to have to feel it. Press your left foot and your right hand away from each other. So this diagonal kind of pressure. And then the right foot and the left foot away from each other, and just feel into that. Notice. And again, coming back to even distribution of weight through all 4 points. When you're ready, step forward, top of the mat. Again, reach the heart. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach up. Get long, take up space, hands to sides. And just stand. Bring your big toes in together, feet totally in together if you can. Notice if you tend to lean forward, if you tend to lean back, maybe move the hips forward and back. And find the middle point. And then from side to side, and there, find the middle point. The Samasthiti, equal standing posture. Tuck the tail, just point it straight down with heart. Just these little tiny adjustments, tucking the chin just a little bit. So we're going in with the spine and just kind of lengthening, straightening it a little bit. We do want the curves of the spine, of course, but flexing them with yoga to stay healthy. When you're ready, inhale, reach up. We'll do 1 more sun salutation. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half forward fold, lengthen. Hands come down, plank. Push up, so knees down or up, belly on the ground or floating. Inhale, up dog, cobra, either one. So that just means your knees are floating up off the ground. Press back, down dog. Take 3 good breaths. Rest in child's pose if you ever need to. From here, we'll take a 3-legged dog or a 3-legged tabletop. So if extending the right leg up into the air doesn't sound like a good idea from down dog, just set your knees down and you'll take your right leg back. Take a nice deep breath. Let's point the toes. Let's press through the heel. So just kind of moving from one to the other. Point toes, flex heel, pull the core in. 1 more. Maybe roll the ankle. And kick through the heel. Exhale, bend knee, open hip. So you're going to stack your hips. Point the toes to the left. You can look just down or you can look back, kind of a C curve to the side. 1 more good breath. Maybe send the knee to point up. Inhale, extend the right leg. Exhale, 4-legged tabletop or dog. When you're ready, left leg. Point and flex, circle, ankle, strong palms, especially thumb and first finger, middle fingers parallel with the edges of the mat. On your exhale, bend knee, open hip, point toes to the right. Deep breaths. Maybe looking back or just looking down. Inhale to extend. Straight leg. Go slow. Set the left knee or foot down. Pause in down dog or child's pose. Come on to down dog if you're not there. To transition, top of the mat again, step the feet up. Reach heart, exhale, fold. Inhale all the way up, reach up. Hands to sides or heart. Take a breath. Let's take two, just stand, pause. All right, from here, separate the feet 6 inches apart, hands to hips. Inhale, lift heart. Exhale, lead the heart forward and down. Pet the kitty. And grab, or the puppy, grab your big toes with your 2 fingers inside the big toes if that's available. Thumbs to the outside. If not, just hold the shins, lengthen heart. Exhale, fold. Just a forward fold. 5 good breaths. So bending the knees maybe a lot to lengthen the low back. And from there, lengthening low back, middle back, upper back. Nice deep breath. Inhale, reach hearts halfway, hands to hips. Come all the way up to stand. Nice. From here, grab your strap, or you can interlace your fingers behind your back for forward fold. So if you're using a strap or the towel or whatever, if you prefer, you can point your thumbs out and your pinky fingers are gonna go side by side. So just flattening the backs of your shoulder blades, you can feel that, and they draw toward each other, opening the pecs. Inhale. So your feet are still separated. Bend into your knees, lift the heart, exhale, and fold. So you're gonna bend your knees maybe a lot, and then start to bring the hands up and overhead. So with that strap, you can widen out the space between the hands, of course. If you have the fingers interlaced, that's fine. Take the arms up overhead if you're ready. And if your knees are really bent low, that's fine. You can stay there. If you feel like it's appropriate for you, you can start to straighten your legs. But continue to release the head and let the shoulders get a good stretch, taking the arms overhead, or the hands can just totally stay at the low back the whole time if that's needed. Nice deep breaths. In and out the nose. Really working with the breath, staying with it. And letting the hands lead you. So maybe bend the knees again, reaching up, 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 up. Let yourself be led up, 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 up. Stand and release your strap if you are using that. And just stand, feet together again, palms face forward, rolling shoulders open. Take a breath. And again, bring hands to hips, separate feet. Warrior one. So, excuse me, we'll step the left foot back. So we're on train tracks here, right? Right foot's on right side, left foot's on left side. And you're going to be pressing the outer edge of your left foot into the ground. Hands can stay at the hip for the moment. Bend into your front knee. And when you're ready, taking the arms up and overhead, or to heart, or again out to the sides. You want to do a big opening through the chest. You can continue to just look forward, 3 good breaths, or feel free to look up. Press in the outer edge of that back foot, straighten the left leg. Keep bending the front knee, right over the ankle. Pull the low belly in and up. Put your feet down and away from each other. Palms to the heart, and we'll open out to the side, warrior two. So now the feet will step onto a tightrope, one line down the middle of the mat. So your front heel in line with your back arch. and a little bit wider of a stance. Yeah, most of you know these. And bending into that front knee, arms open to T. You can see your right big toe, and eventually your gaze turns up. So you're just bending your knee to the right, stacking it right over the ankle. Option here for the shoulders, turn the palms up, inhale, shoulders up, and just let them drop. Same down, do it again if you want. And then turn the palms back down. Deep breath, press the feet down. Again, a little bit away from each other for that stability. Turn the front palm up and we'll reverse it, left hand to left leg, right arm reaches up. Maybe looking up, maybe reaching all the way up and back. Keep your front knee bent. Strong warrior legs. Inhale, come back up. Back to warrior two. Straighten the front leg for triangle. I'm going to turn sideways here. Straight leg, lift heart, reach forward, down. Right hand to shin, left hand to hip. Perhaps turn twist to the left. You can extend the left arm up to the sky at any point if you like, or it can stay at the hip. 5 breaths. Again, strong feet, long spine. Think like parallel with the grounding, the heart back. Imagine that wall back behind you. Pressing back into a flat surface with the back body. And eventually turning the gaze up. So twisting around a nice long spine. Continue to be here. Reach up through left fingertips. So just reaching out. When you're ready, let those left fingertips lead you up, 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 up to stand. And we'll pivot, shift. We're just going to turn the feet. So you'll face the back of the mat. We're going to do the same thing. So warrior one, you'll just adjust the feet so your left foot is on the left side, right foot's on the right side. Taking the arms up perhaps. So maybe repeating what you did on that first side. About 5 breaths. It's a nice, strong, stable base. Again, the feet pressed down and maybe away from each other. Engaging the legs like that, but still squeezing in our thighs into the midline. Lifting heart. All your options for gazing just past the tip of the nose. So maybe the nose is pointed forward, maybe it's lifting and looking up. A few more breaths. Bringing the palms down through center to heart. And again, adjusting the feet. You're stepping onto that one line down the middle of the mat. And coming to warrior two, opening arms out to T, turning to the side. You can, again, just see that left big toe, just opening that inner thigh, arms to T. Turn the palms up if you like that kind of shoulder shrug. Inhale and exhale. Let them soften. And again, if you want to repeat it, turn the palms down. Take 2 more breaths. Stay here. Strong legs. Soft gaze, soft jaw. You got this. Pull the low belly in. Just think about what you might want to dedicate your efforts to. Maybe it's finding your own center. Maybe it's something out in the world. Stay here. Turn the front palm up. Inhale, exhale, and tip it back. Right hand to back leg, left arm up. Gazing up. You can always send that left hand behind the back as well if the shoulders ever have, if you have problems like that, reaching up or in the neck. Another good breath. Straighten, come back out. Warrior two into triangle. Straighten the left leg, lift heart. Inhale, exhale, reach out. Left hip pulls back as you reach. Left hand to shin. Extending through spine, turning, twisting, right side body toward the ceiling, leaning heart back, arm extends up if you're not there yet. At least 5 good breaths. Take your time with this. Find the core, engage low belly, engage sides of the waist, your obliques, pulling in, stabilizing, strong feet, legs. Reach your star, reaching through heart, crown, arms. 1 more breath. Let your right fingertips again lead you all the way up to stand. And pivot, turn, hands to hips. Step on up, top of the mat. Pet the kitty. Come to Summit City, pause. Inhale, reach up, vinyasa to the ground. Exhale, forward fold. So just flowing with breath. Inhale, again, lengthen halfway. Hands come down. Your choice if you want to do your push-up or if you'd rather take knees to ground and come to cat-cow or child's pose, or just step back to down dog. So whichever of those options feels appropriate for right now to help you balance your breath, your energy, to stay current in the practice, not overdo it, not underdo it. Just find that balance of effort and ease wherever you are. Let's come to child's pose if you're not there yet. Set the knees down, bring the forehead down. And again, take 5 good breaths. And again, option here to rock a little bit with the hips or the head. From here, when you're ready to, take your time. We'll come up to a seat. So either on the knees or in cross-legged, it's up to you. And we'll grab that strap. So we'll do a little bit of shoulder stretching and then we'll get back up and do a couple more standing poses. So whatever strap you have, however wide it can be. So if it's just a hand towel, it might not go that wide, but that's okay. We're just gonna take whatever you've got and just take it up and overhead if that's comfortable for you. And if it isn't, you can also just stretch forward if it's a little too much to take it just straight up and overhead. So wherever you are, just take 5 breaths and just kind of squeezing and pressing away, right? Arms, hands from each other on that strap, stretching in that way. And you can just continue to look forward. Feel free to look up if that feels good. And take 2 more deep breaths. And I love being able to see you guys when we do this one too, and for people to look in a mirror on this one, because a lot of times it may feel even, but it kind of looks, you know, you really see the imbalances with this one with the shoulders, which we all have. When you're ready, let's take it over to one side. Just go to whichever side. Yeah, we're just gonna stretch. So just giving a little pull over to that way. You can take a little twist even if you like. Just get creative in what feels good for you here. Be mindful, as always. And send your breath in to where you feel it. So maybe that's your homework today, to go home, or you're already at home maybe, to go to a mirror and just check out what happens. Come on back through center when you take that strap overhead if you notice imbalances. 5 breaths on the other side when you're ready. You can take it as wide as you like with your strap. And again, that may be twisting, maybe looking up, your choice. You can also let the head hang. Just getting kind of creative here about what feels good, what feels right. Inhale to come on back up. And let's take it all the way up, lifting the heart, maybe looking up and back if you want to take it into a bit of a back bend. And coming back and forward and down. And just let the arms, shoulders rest for a moment. Maybe it has been a while since you've done any kind of stretching for the shoulders. One more shoulder stretch. So you can totally do this one without a strap if you just need the stretch whenever you need it. So you'll take the right hand behind the heart, left hand to elbow, and that can be it. If you want to work with the strap, you'll bring the strap with that right hand and hold on to it, and then left arm out and reaching back for the strap, walking the left hand up, up, up. And eventually your hands may meet. Again, you can do it without a strap too. You can also just grab your shirt if you're like, man, I just really want to do that stretch. And if you have a good grip or you feel comfortable here, you'll bring your elbows in toward the midline. So both elbows in toward the midline and start to draw the top elbow back and eventually maybe behind the head, but you don't want to be jutting the head forward at all. Try to keep a neutral neck with this one. Internal rotation with your biceps if you're familiar with that movement. And again, a deep breath here and an option just to lean over to the left if that feels good. Inhale, come back up. And one more option here. Inhale up, exhale, forward fold just for a beat. Inhale, come back up. And releasing the bottom hand first. And then the top arm can stretch however you like. So we'll do the other side. So left hand to heart, right hand to elbow. That can be plenty. You can just work with that. Strap with the hand. Right hand reaches down. Would not be surprised if this side is a little more difficult. Take some deep breaths. And again, just notice if you can, check in with your neck and try to let it be just a neutral neck. Kind of tend to jut our head forward without thinking about it. Deep breaths. Maybe switch the cross of your legs if you're sitting like that. Again, drawing the elbows in toward the midline there if you're ready for more. Top elbow back. Internal rotation with biceps. So that just means they kind of roll in toward the midline rather than away. That would be external rotation. Inhale on your exhale, lean over to the left if you like to add these movements. If not, just stay in the center. Mind your edge. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, forward fold just for a moment. Inhale, come back up and release bottom hand, top arm. Just pause here. Give yourself a moment to rebound. And from here, let's come on through when you're ready. Let's come to child's pose again and just continue to let the shoulders rest. So if having the hands back by the sides maybe instead of out in front or behind you, just to continue to let your shoulders kind of reintegrate, regulate that stretch, metabolize it, all kinds of good words. And from here, we will bring the arms forward, come on up, and you'll come into onto forearms. So from here, just reaching around, I think you can see me, reaching around the biceps, the triceps actually, so all the way around the arms. And that's about where your elbows should be. And then you'll send your hands forward. So your wrists are right in line with your elbows. They're not falling in. You don't have a triangle with your forearms. You have railroad tracks. And your palms are nice and wide, pressed through thumb and first finger, middle fingers parallel with the edges of the mat. It's a lot to set up, a lot of little things. Press down into the forearms and squeeze biceps together. Press your thumb and first finger, pull the core in, and this might be it. You can stay here if you're ready for more. You'll come to dolphin, so it's down dog essentially on the forearms, lifting the hips up and just looking straight down. Just take 5 breaths here. If our cats were more active, they might be under us. They're both just sitting there. They're hanging out. Soften the gaze right between the forearms, right to the ground if possible, or you can just let the head hang. If it's a little too much to lift the gaze in that way. One more. Press down into the forearms to lift the heart, squeeze biceps. Carefully come down onto the knees, come back to down dog on the hands, and we'll walk the hands back to the back of the mat and come into ragdoll here. So you can hold on to elbows, or if it sounds nice to you to come into squat, you can separate the feet wide and bring the palms together. So your choice, either one, whichever one sounds really nice right now, pick one. And take 3 more breaths. If you are in squat, go ahead and come into a forward fold. Walk your feet back in a little bit. We'll round up the spine. Head can come up very last. Arms hang. Take your time there. So we're going to stay at the back of the mat and come to Samasthiti and try to get the kitties involved. So just come to standing posture. Good. So get your cat string, get your cat trap, and maybe it's a box. So I'm going to try to play with Juji while I do Warrior 3. I don't recommend it unless you really know Warrior 3. So, you know, do you. Bring the palms to heart. And just to start, just to get your strength with your legs and your stability, we'll step the right foot forward and just point the toes. And that's it. Just come into diagonal. Take some deep breaths here. Reach back with those toes more than you think you can. Reach the heart. That's it. Squeeze the right leg. Get nice and strong there. Pull everything into the midline. So a lot of times I'll see people kind of wing out to the side. Squeeze in. Deep breath. Point toe, reach heart. That's it. Just stay right here in this diagonal. Step your left foot back to the back of the mat. Right foot back. We're just going to practice. Step back to Samasthiti. Other side, and then we will go for the full Warrior 3. So stepping your left foot forward, and again, just tippy toe. Just feel your left foot grounded, feel your left leg, notice the difference on this side, squeeze into the midline. Internal rotation with your right thigh, point toes back, reach heart, just diagonal, reach out, reach back, and step back. Samasthiti. So there's a couple variations here. You can have the hands at the heart the whole time, hands at the sides, or if you like, arms totally up and overhead for when we come forward. So I'm going to shift on you. I'm going to start with the hands at the heart. You can always shift and change that. If you are taking the arms overhead, maybe start there so that you get nice and long. So step the right foot forward, get grounded in that. Point the left toes, and once you feel nice and long, reaching heart, reaching left toes, then come forward. Don't look at me. Just look down, get into that warrior, that plane, flat on the ground. You're parallel with the ground, right? Reach heart, point toes. One more breath. Exhale, hands to heart, step back, left foot back, right foot back. So I was imagining I'd have the string and the cat could be under me, but she's not. She's there. Big breath. I've been practicing for over 20 years, so just be mindful if you have distractions around you, like the cat, step the left foot forward, but it can definitely be part of the practice. All right, reach back, reach forward, go for it. 5 good breaths. Deep breath. Lift heart, stay here, point toes. Just look straight down, neutral, neck, spine. Step the right foot back, left foot back. Have the string. Come to Samasthiti. Pause. Let's do one more balance pose while we're here. So back of the mat, if you're still there, it doesn't really matter where you're standing. If you need a wall or maybe a table nearby for a tree, spread through the left toes, weight to the left leg, inhale, and just connect your right heel to your left leg. Toes can be on the ground. You can walk it up the leg. You can take other variations if you know other variations of tree. Maybe hands to heart. Arms reach overhead. So again, that midline thing, pulling in through low belly. right? Maybe the toes stay on the ground the whole time. Press down to reach up, soft shoulders, eyes, jaw. And just look at something out in front of you that's not the screen. One more breath. Palms to heart, to hips. Step the right foot down. And again, just pause, maybe roll out your ankle if you need to. Spread your right toes. Inhale. Exhale to squeeze everything in that right leg. All the muscles there, squeeze and pull in and up. Palms come to heart maybe. Foot walking up the leg perhaps, arms overhead maybe, lots of options for your tree expression. Continued breath. One more deep breath. Palms to heart, to hips, step it down. All right, separate the feet and we'll come back down to the ground. Let the head go, arms hang, bend knees. Round down, take your time. So again, if you want to revisit just ragdoll for a moment or that squat again, or if you are a fan of crow, feel free to play with that a little bit. We'll have just about 5 breaths here if you want to do any of those, or just come into a seat if you're ready. Whenever you get to that seat, grab your strap again, whatever you're using for that, and just have it on hand. We're coming down the home stretch here. We got a little bit longer. So we'll actually go ahead and go onto our backs when you're ready. Again, take that strap with you. And let's bend the right knee in and just pull it in toward the right shoulder a little bit. Interlace the fingers around the shin a couple inches below the knee. And just give a little pull, tug, maybe a big pull tug if it feels good to give a lot of weight to that shin. You might feel a little pinching in the front of your right hip. And that's okay. It is a compression pose, so we're not going to hold it for a long, long time. Little extras, kick through left heel, so straightening that leg, point the right toes just a little bit, let them be passively pointed. And then a tuck of the chin so the back of the neck gets long, soft shoulders. Exhale, let that right leg go. Both legs long. And exhale when it comes, switch left shin, knee in toward the left shoulder. Pavanamuttasana, this is an actual posture. Kicking a little bit through your right leg, gentle point of the left toes. And pulling the knee again, more toward the left shoulder. Again, the chin tucked a little bit, back of the neck nice and long, shoulders grounded. And the left leg down. So with that one, what I mean is when we're compressing into the belly, we might not take those deep breaths. Take both knees in, so big compression. And if you can grab your elbows around the knees, shins. If not, no worries. Just hold and pull in. So we are compressing into the digestive system and organs of the body, breathing here. Cats are having a moment. One likes to touch the other one doesn't want to touch anyone. It's a whole thing. Tuck the chin and send the legs down. Just Shavasana for the moment. Big breath. All right, so that strap, bring that in, and we're going to put it around the right foot. You can do these postures without a strap as well. So you can just hold the big toe if that's available to you. And if it's not, you can just hold the calf instead of using strap or grabbing for big toe. So it is called big toe posture, and we're reaching up. So the right arm is straight, but the right shoulder is grounded. So we're not pulling up and out of the shoulder. Kicking gently through both heels, left hand to left hip, and just imagine you had like a sandbag on your left hip, which you could literally do to ground the hips if you have weights, or your cat. If you have a big cat, put them right on your left hip. Kicking gently, breathing, pull the core in, stay, one more, kick, reach. And on your exhale, pull the core in, engage it, and left hand stays at the left hip to ground. Send the right leg out to the right. Another option with the left arm is out to the left to counterbalance. 5 breaths here. So again, if you didn't have a strap, you could just hold the shin. If that's too much, well, if it's not enough, you can grab the outer edge of the foot, the big toe, hold the shin, or you can just bend the knee and get the same kind of stretch out to the side, hold the shin that way. Enjoy wherever you are. Again, letting that right arm reach out, but not pulling out from the joint or the shoulder girdle area. Rather, pull the core in and draw that leg all the way up. Let's take it across. Let's switch hands on the strap, or you can grab the outer edge of the foot, or again, the calf shin. Right arm goes out. This time, that right hip's going to pop up, and that's what we want. We don't want to ground the hips this time. You can also, again, of course, bend the right knee if needed. I'm just looking over the right shoulder. Do what you can to try to let the right shoulder be grounded. 5 breaths. Here's that low back stretch, I hope. If you need more of a sensation, more of a stretch, kick through right heel a little bit, send the toes toward the wall above your head. And there's your maybe glute or back a little bit more. Kick your foot toward the wall to your left. Kick your left leg too, so both legs are engaged. Exhale, pull the core in and bring that leg back. And release the strap to the ground, keep the right leg up, and let's reach up. This time, shoulders come up off the ground and tap the toes. And let's actually reach for the ceiling. So we're not going to literally tap the toes. We're going to reach up for 10 and pulse, 9, 8, reach past the toes, 6, 5, 4, kick through both heels, 2, and one more. And release back and right leg down the mat. 2 inches longer now, that right leg. So we'll balance all that out here in a moment. Just pause. When you're ready, strap or just hold the left big toe or calf. 5 good breaths. Core on the exhale, just to engage and support. Shoulders soft. Breathe, soft gaze past your left toes just a little bit. Kicking through both heels, active legs, right hand maybe to hip, grounded hips. Neutral neck. One more breath, kick. Core draws in, send the left leg out to the left. We kind of went through all the possibilities and options on that first side. So try to just even it out and see what happens if you do the same thing on this side that you did on the first side. Although we are very different in our 2 sides, so sometimes we definitely need other things from one side to the other. Just pay attention to this practice is for you. I could guide you and show you things, but you knowing your body, and everybody has their stuff, everybody has their story. The longer we're here, the more stories we get in our bodies, more things to remember and work with and breathe through and get the gifts of. That's wisdom. I'm learning in my scar tissue is wisdom. In my aches and pains, that's wisdom. Yay. Kick gently, gently through heels. Core draws in, stay here, one more breath. Maybe that right arm is out to the side or it stays at the hip. And core, again, bring it in. We'll bring that left leg up. Switch hands. Left arm can go out. Core draws in again. and cross the body, left leg out to the right. 5 breaths like you mean them. Connected deep breaths through the nose. Send them into the areas of the body that are really talking to you right now. And just pay attention, what parts of the body are talking to you right now? How does it feel? And can we accept it? Can we receive it? Can we be receptive to it without trying to force a change? And again, if you'd like to add a little more sensation, kicking and sending the toes toward the wall above the head a little bit more. Still kicking through right leg, so engaged legs. Core draws in when you're ready. Bring that leg back, sending it up to the sky. And again, we'll kick through heels, core draws in, reach up, maybe tap the toes once, and then we'll reach up for 10, pulse, 9, reach up, higher than you think you can. You're gonna touch the ceiling. 6, 5, 4, 3, don't let your legs move. Use your core. 1, and let that go. Left leg down, and just pause. Take 3 good breaths. So we'll finish with any hip opener that you would like to do. So if you don't know which one to do, you'll bend the knee and bring your right ankle on top of your left leg for thread the needle, or what some call figure 4. Press your right thigh away. So if you want to come up to seated double pigeon or full regular pigeon, or you can do a pigeon here on your back. So this is a variation of pigeon. If you need more than just pressing the right leg thigh away, pull the left leg in, and you can hold the front of your left shin or extend the leg, whichever one feels better to you. Breathe here. Pay attention. So we're just looking for a nice stretch in this right glute outside of the hip piriformis area. If you need more than this, if you want to work into an upside down pigeon, you can hold on to your right leg and just step your left foot down. So maybe cradling the shin and drawing it in, or you can hold from underneath if that's your preference. And you can also, you can stay here. So they're just different steps, stages of intensity. You can stay here. If you want more, you'll extend the left leg down the mat. So you're essentially in pigeon shape, upside down. If what I'm doing is like, no way, don't, that's not going to happen, just pick a point that can work really well for you right now. So if you're just holding the left shin or leg, feel free to rock if that feels good to you. So we're just going to be here for a little bit, maybe 10 more breaths, wherever you are. And again, if you're feeling a sensation or you're gritting your teeth or you're like trying to force any kind of opening in the deep hips, that's just back off. Just back off. We want it to be an invitation. And yes, we do need pressure to get into these places, but not force like that, like mental force. You can't mentally force yourself into a stretch. You can breathe into it and you can allow it to open like that. Let's take 5 more good breaths here. And bring your left knee back to your right ankle if you are doing any variations of pigeon like that. And switch when you're ready, left ankle on top of right thigh. And again, noticing very clearly two-sidedness, the two different sides of the body and how they feel. I'm taking about 15 good breaths here in whichever version of a hip opener that you're working. If you're on your back, try to remember to soften your shoulders, neck, jaw, or wherever you are. If you have figure 4, thread the needle, and you'd like to add a little bit of rocking, again, just a reminder, breathe, breathe, breathe. So remembering equal parts effort and ease in our practice. So when we're on our back, it might be a little bit more about the mental process of staying present in the efforting. So we might have some more ease because we have the ground to hold us and to relax into. We want to keep efforting just as much as we are finding that rest while we're in the practice, which is just a little bit longer. Three more breaths. Carefully again, just connecting left ankle, right leg, and letting that left leg come down with the right leg, sending both legs down, or a couple options. You do whatever you like right now, but soles of the feet together, maybe butterfly if you want to stay here, hands on belly and heart, or even behind the head as your Shavasana, or that traditional shape, heels together, toes pointing out, and palms facing the ceiling. So just pick one, pick a space, a shape that you can rest in. We'll be here for a couple minutes. Letting go as you maybe breathe, inhale through nose, exhale through mouth. And I will bring the kitty. Bring my kitty. Put your kitty on your belly. They're so receptive. Let go of any breath work, anything yet to come. Just continue to let go of it. Let your body rest into the ground. Let your mind just do what it does. Don't get attached. Continue to be with your breath just as it is, your heartbeat. When you're ready, you can start to take deeper breaths. And if you can stay longer, definitely do. It's about time to come out. To find little movements, shifts, stretches. Maybe taking the knees in, turning to your right side. And pressing yourself up to your seat when you're ready. Close the eyes. The hands can be in the lap or at the heart. Just watch your breath. And bring the palms together here and just bring gratitude and any dedications that you'd like to put your efforts toward out in the world with our breath to close. Just thinking of those people, places, things, or intentions behind the thumbs in the heart space. Taking a deep breath. When you're ready, inhale and exhale. And sending out that metta, that loving kindness to all beings. Namaste. So take your time if you have more time to sit and meditate or rest in Shavasana. Thank you so much for coming, and for anyone that has donated to this class. I appreciate it so much. It's a free class. I'm suggesting a $10 donation, but happy to have people here regardless. And it's all kind of just working out who can donate, and just each week to week, it's all good. So please keep coming, regardless of what you can contribute. And if you can't monetarily contribute, share the class and let other people know that it's happening. That would help me out a lot. Thanks, guys.